Hello there. Welcome to my show, COVID-19 Update by Heerak for January 4th, 2021. Yeah, it's the fourth day of the new year, 2021. And a lot is happening right now. Yeah, around the world, you'll be kind of shocked what's happening. But hey, it's spaghetti day, and everyone loves spaghetti, right? Spaghetti with meatballs. Yeah, so enjoy your spaghetti. you know, um, I think the best spaghetti I had was at Mike Lovano's house. He was a fellow researcher at UCLA for history. He eventually became professor of history at St. Norbert College in Wisconsin and became a department chair. He and I, we were at UCLA together, being trained as professional historians. So I would sometimes drive him back to his home in Sierra Madre, and his mother would feed me, like spaghetti and cannoli that she made. Great stuff. Uh, Mike Lovano's mother is from Sicily. Father immigrated from Sicily and they got married in America. Yeah, food's amazing. Mike Lovano's mother worked as a cashier at a local grocery market all her life since her teenage years after high school. She worked as a cashier all the way until retirement. Yeah, all three sons of hers became professors. Yeah, she's a pretty amazing woman. She sent all of her children to Jesuit school from pre-kindergarten all the way to high school. And Mike Urbano actually went to Loyola Marymount University, which is a Jesuit university for bachelor's, and then he came over for UCLA uh, for PhD in history. So there are amazing families like that, hardworking families whose children, uh, become professors or intellectuals. Yeah, our country is kind of different from other countries in that, there's a lot of social movement. Uh, in America, and that's across political party lines, Republican, Democrat, Independents, uh, and it's not always like that in other countries. So more power to Mike Lavana. Hey, Mike. Yeah. So Mike's mother moved to Wisconsin to live with Mike Lavano. Uh, Mike's really close with his mother. He's like the baby in the family. She's very happy with that. Um, Yeah, England is entering national lockdown as of today. So all the schools will be closed, all the colleges will be closed, uh, all the stores will be closed except for like food stores, stores that you need to survive. Everything is going to be closed starting today in England. Um, because Boris Johnson understands. It doesn't matter how great your nation is. If everybody dies, your nation is no longer going to be great. So COVID-19 global pandemic, the point to the game is stay alive. John Travolta, remember that song? Stay alive, stay alive. Yeah, so it's the trick to this game is to stay alive. If you stay alive, you win. you know, if you don't stay alive, you die. It doesn't matter how great you are. So Boris Johnson understands that, and that's why he's shutting the nation down. So he's smart because you can be a great nation, but if everybody or 1/3 of your population dies, then your country's going to become a third world nation. you know. So Boris Johnson is doing, what he should be doing. So I give him applause. Um, yeah, he should be doing what he should be doing, and obviously this means England is ahead of France, Germany, Netherlands, Italy, Holland, because one who survives wins. you know, winning. The point of the game is simple: survive. If you survive, you win. Um, Unfortunately though, because everything is shutting down in England, Cambridge University will be closed, Oxford University will be closed, which means no longer will they be able to have like formal hall dinners or themed formal hall like Mexican dinner you see there with me with a lady and its umbrella. And punting is really big in Cambridge, like you riding a boat around the river. None of that is going to be there now because of the lockdown. Yeah, formal hall is nice. Garden parties in England are fun. I enjoy them. But yeah, so none of that will be there, unfortunately. And yeah, um, the death is not 150, 1,520. It's you know it's around that number, but it's probably not totally accurate because right now because of all the things that's going on, it was a New Year's Day weekend and today's Monday. People just got back from work, and not everybody is reporting like they should be. So I think we'll start having the accurate numbers starting probably tomorrow. Um, yeah, you gotta wait until tomorrow, but probably around 3,000 or more, maybe 4,000 people have died. Just people have to report their numbers, and for people to be reporting the numbers, they have to be at work and they have to be on top of things. So yeah, yeah, that's a typo, 1,520, but all the numbers are probably not in, right? Because of New Year's Day weekend, and some people are back from work, from vacation today, long vacation. So people are kind of slow on Monday today. So right now we have total 353,131 deaths in America, which still is number one in the world. And 20,786,001 people have gotten infected so far. Um, yeah, so it's bad. Yeah. So things which are hidden become revealed. What can we say? COVID-19 is worse than we thought it was. And there are still a lot of things we don't know about COVID-19, but things are slowly becoming more and more revealed. Um, so looking at England, which is number two, let's look at rest of Europe. What are I'm still in like New Year's vacation mode. Everybody's kind of in hibernation mode in the winter time. Um, there are top five COVID-19 cases in Europe right now. Number one is Russia with 3,226,758 cases. Deaths are at 58,203. The percentages are kind of off today. They're kind of typos. Um, so just look at the numbers, not the percentages. All the percentages are going to go up to like 10% in the flu season. So yeah, just think of it as all of them headed to 10%. But the percentages are not, there's a typo with those. So there are two typos today. But yeah, but they're all headed to 10%. So that's the most important thing to keep in mind in the flu season. And England, United Kingdom, has 2,721,590 cases. That are 75,544. So England's about to beat out Italy. So maybe it's good that England shuts down because it's obviously death is aggressively spreading more than other countries in Europe. France is number three with 2,717,559 cases, with death at 65,549. But look at Turkey. Turkey is between Russia and Western Europe, but they have similar number of cases, 2,255,607 cases, but their death rate is significantly lower, 21,685. So the question is, why is it that Turkey is significantly lower? It's possible that Turkey could go to 10% death rate as well. But you know, yeah, but it's lower. So maybe other European countries should learn about why the situation is that way. Um, yeah. So Italy is 2,166,244 cases and 75,680 deaths. So yeah, Italy is still number one in Europe for death, although case-wise it's not the most. But all of European countries are going to go to like 10% death, unfortunately. So just look out for it. You know, it's a winter that started on December 22nd, so we're only like a couple of weeks into the winter. And many of you are wearing winter clothing. I'm wearing a fashionable winter Calvin Klein leather jacket to celebrate the winter. It was a Christmas gift from my sister well, actually from my parents several years ago. It's nice, you know, don't you think it's nice, fashionable? uh, yeah, Calvin Klein makes great clothing. I like Calvin Klein stuff. Uh, um, as I said, England is shutting down. They're shutting down schools. They're shutting down colleges. They're shutting down all the stores except for like food stores and pharmacies. Everything is shutting down in England, and it's a smart move. You know, all the European countries will have to do this if they want to live, and every state in America will eventually have to do this if we want to live. Um, Arlington, Alexandria Falls Church, Fairfax County, um, which is Virginia's 8th district. And as you know, I'm Heerak Christian Kim running for U.S. Congress of Virginia's 8th district for year 2022, November 8th. And we'll have to shut down. If we don't shut down, we will die. So it's very simple. This is a global pandemic, and COVID vaccines are going to fail because of all the variants that are already existing and that will come into existence in the course of winter. Even if you have the vaccine, you have to do exactly the same thing you did before: socially isolate, stay away from crowds, you know, wear a mask. So yeah, and your vaccine is not going to work. Yeah, that's why England's shutting down, because England's realizing vaccines won't work. Why else do you think they're shutting down if vaccines work? Britain returns to lockdown to fight coronavirus variant. Number one article, Reese Oxner, NPR. England will go under a new strict national lockdown through mid-February in an attempt to stop the spread of coronavirus. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said in Monday address. England first went under a national lockdown in the spring. As you know, we in America had a lockdown as well. It's really sad, but we have to if we want to live. The new rules go immediately into effect. Primary and secondary schools are closed. Yeah, it's sad that well, the schools have to close, but they have to. Otherwise, you can't survive, you know? It's about survival. Do you want to survive or do you not want to survive, you know? If you want to survive, you know, um, you have to shut down. Um, Going on in essential shops, personal care services are ordered to close. Restaurants can only offer takeout services. Residents are instructed to leave home only for essentials such as grocery shopping. Medical needs, exercise, like you can walk outside, not like gyms will be all closed. Work or to escape domestic abuse. Yeah, everything is shutting down. That's what every state in America will have to do. There's no choice. We have no choice but to shut down. So UK Prime Minister orders new COVID-19 shutdown for England, and this is by Danica Kirk. And new Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced on Monday a new national lockdown for England until at least mid-February to combat a fast spreading new variant of the coronavirus, Johnson said people must stay home again as they were ordered to do so in the first wave of the pandemic in March, this time because the new virus variant was spreading in a frustrating and alarming way. I mean, a lot of people are dying in England, Sam. A lot of people are dying in England. Um, advertised, I don't know why advertisement in there. How it's like a typo got entered in there. Yeah, yeah, but there's no advertisement. This is fact. Um, as I speak to you tonight, our hospitals are under more pressure from COVID than at any time since the start of the pandemic, it said. Number 3 article, faced with mounting cases, England announces new lockdown. Yulia Termazin, NBC News. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Monday announced a new national lockdown in England, including the most stringent level of restrictions since the start of the pandemic. Very sad. To slow down the spiral in new cases of COVID-19, in the same day that UK started rollout of AstraZeneca vaccine. UK knows it's not going to work. The measures are similar to the lockdown imposed last March and include asking the public to stay at home and leave only for limited reasons. Vaccines are not going to work. That's why England's shutting down. Vaccines will not work in America because of all the mutations. So we'll have to lock down too. It's unfortunate, but it's true. That's the only way to live. As you know, I created this show to save you from COVID-19 and save your children from COVID-19. So yeah, we have to face the truth. As you know, this is a daily show, so tune in tomorrow for more updates. Hope that you'll be well and that your family will be well too. Bye.